Hey, what is going on, crypto? Listen, this is crazy. Tonight isn't about another headline. It's about 273 million in TVL in real measurable flow, and why that number matters more to price than any tweet or market cap meme. If you own XRP, FLR, or plan to own this XRP-N, this is your playbook for the next leg. And the next leg is coming, fam. The next leg is coming. Don't get it twisted. It's coming. It is definitely, without question, coming for sure. Don't get it twisted. Don't let, it's not naysayers, just people don't understand the bigger picture of the space. We're going to cover that maybe in another video. But the next leg is coming without question. Just got to be patient. Testing our resolve for sure. I can't wait to get into this and celebrate more than $273 million in TVL and Flare. And Flare DeFi just got started, fam. So again, we're blessed to be here early in this ecosystem. It's important to note we're here early, a couple hundred millions, just the beginning, on our way to $1 billion in TVL. I hope you see that. Hope you see the billion in TVL coming. Like, I hope you see it. I see it clear as day. I see the billion in TVL and Flare Networks clear as day. Primarily focused because of XRP, because the focus is going to be on FXRP for a good and meaningful amount of time. Okay? So this TVL, in my opinion, is, it's just speaking to the power of FXRP and what's going on. So 273 million in TVL for the networks. We should celebrate that. We're also going to start XRP-FI week. Starts today. I'm really, really excited about that. I can't wait to kind of share more on that with you guys. Also, XRP-FI week is look, that's, I forgot to put my microphone up here. Got to put my mic up. I hope it worked. Hope you can still hear me. Probably could, because the laptop is awesome. So guys, man, we're going to get into this. It's really, really exciting. Do me a favor, hit the like button on the way in. That'd be awesome if you guys could do that. You know what we do? We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the stream. I appreciate you guys checking in. Hopefully this chat will catch up. But yeah, that's something to celebrate. 273 million in TVL is a big time. It's a big time milestone. It really, really is a big milestone. I hope you guys appreciate that. Let me get into this and share some stuff here. It's important, right? Really, really important to kind of get the bigger picture, right? So tonight isn't about vibes or hype. It's about 273 million hard throughput and why that number is a signal to institutions that actually care about. Retail measures the hype, treasuries measure time and liquidity. When we cross $250 million in activity, TVL, buffers, or flows, the conversation shifts from, will anyone use this, to how do we scale this compliantly? So here's my thesis in one line. Institutions see velocity, and velocity reprices the asset. Not a one-time whale buy, a system of buyers, treasuries, funds, brokers, DeFi integrators using FXRP as operational liquidity legally, repeatedly at scale. That's why the stack matters. Custody for safekeeping, prime for assets and credit, treasury, software for policies and reporting, and now we can't forget about XRP-N as well. We can't forget that. Like, a lot of people are kind of missing it, right? A lot of people are missing it. 273 million on Flare is massive, right? Because it means capital is committed in DeFi, not in just payment throughput. I'm using it as an appetite signal, right? What I want to do is separate the Flare TVL signals from the XRPL, Evernorth signals. They're two different things, right? Then show how you reinforce each other, right? That is the big deal, because we're blessed. We're really, really blessed in this situation that we're in. Like, we're really, really, really blessed to be, XRP-FI. Yes, it's a thing. But we got this Flare network is the thing that's bringing the value to us as holders, this is like, it's a big, big deal. And we're positioned, I think, perfectly for it, perfectly to take advantage of that. It's a big, big, big deal. So I keep thinking like there's something in my eyes. Maybe there isn't. So we're going to cover this a little bit. I want to share one thing that I do think that is important. I really want to share something that I just think that's really, really important. Crossing $250 million in TVL triggers due diligence checklists, right? Risk, the right teams ask this, custody oracles, exit liquidity, right? Auditability, auditability. It moves from interesting to track this quarterly, right? It's signal versus noise. Noise is incentive spiked TVL that turns out. Signal is sticky TVL across multiple protocols. You see, Flare is building out. Are you paying attention to the Flamex? And are you paying attention to this new poly markets type style? What is that thing? Predictions market that's coming, right? Are you paying attention to Flamex? SparkDex Perps, Kinetic Market, I mean, Gnosis Global with the CDP. There's an ecosystem being built out, right? Multiple protocols. It's important. Really, really, really important. Signal is sticky TVL across multiple protocols. Consistent utilization, low mercenary outflows, clean reconciliation, right? So this is important. One whale pumps a candle. Sticky TVL funds a roadmap. We're early. We're early to a next level layer one ecosystem that's being built out. And we're early to it. That's the signal. And I hope a lot of people are getting it. Hope a lot of people are getting that. So look, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. That'd be super duper cool if you could do that. And if you happen to be in that 55% or so of people that are hanging out, listening to and watching the CryptoCeej, do me a favor. If you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. Appreciate you guys checking in. Look, I don't know what's going on with the market. I just know the market is doing what the market does. FLR token price is around one something cents, right? XRP is around $2 and change, right? I mean, Bitcoin's around 114,000, right? 115,000. But we're blessed, again, to be in this ecosystem early days. That is, for me, it's big time. It's big time that we're here early, right? So one whale pumps a candle, sticky TVL funds a roadmap. Velocity is bigger than the market cap with the TVL, right? Market cap is a stock market ruler. Throughput is a settlement ruler. TVL shows committed capacity waiting to be used. And I just want to remind you guys of this post here from Thanos. It's important for context. Let me get this post. Let me get this post for you because this is, it's important. I want to read this again just so you understand because people, it's still sometimes we still get into this blockchain kind of competition thing and we're just, some people are just missing the bigger picture to it all. Let me see someone, this chat didn't catch up yet. FXRP is mutually beneficial for the XRPL and Flare, which means it's mutually beneficial to the asset holders of both chains, which means it could be mutually beneficial to you if you hold both the assets, both XRP and FLR. As users go in between the XRPL and Flare, this drives transaction volume on both networks, much more than any custodial wrapped version like Coinbase's XRP, or in my opinion, MXRP from Midas. XRPL smart accounts will encode hashes in the memo fields on the XRPL. Users will broadcast transactions on the XRPL with specific instructions. This will allow users on the XRPL to access yield solutions without having to touch the EVM side themselves. This is a game changer. And the fact that the people from Flare were overjoyed with the ability to do this with Win says that they understand, to me, they understand the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is the holders of the assets. Right? So it's important to understand that. Again, this will allow users on the XRPL to access yield solutions without having, that's a marketing term, right? We used to use that all the time. How to get this without having to, right? Right. So without having to touch the EVM side themselves, driving transaction volume on the XRPL. Users can use FXRP in associated DApps like decentralized exchanges, which drives trading of XRP. More exposures for users that previously didn't have exposure. Non-custodial as being the theme, not relying on some custodial wrap versions of assets like wrap Bitcoin and ETH. All right. It's more than just about earning yield. Oftentimes, FXRP is LP'd, liquidity pooled, on chain with DApps, which facilitates more liquidity for XRP products. More liquidity for XRP products globally. More exposure for institutions that are currently on chain. This is a big one. Make a mental note of that statement. More exposure for institutions that are coming and are currently on chain, I should add. Being able to borrow against your XRP is critical. XRP holders can finally access venues to borrow against their XRP, without having to sell. This is something we talked about since 2017. The day that could happen, and Flare networks and the ecosystem being built is the chain that made that happen, that made it possible. Okay. Sure, you can avoid capital gains and still keep your XRP exposure while always being able to access the XRPL. Thanos, who's head of DeFi over Flare, says, we are in the works on expanding FXRP to one of the largest decentralized exchanges in crypto. It's just a few. I don't know. It's just a few. If we looked on DeFi Llama, I mean, you see Uniswap. I don't even know. Let's take a look at DeFi Llama and see. Is it something on base with Arrow? I mean, I don't know. Aerodrome? Let's take a look here real quick. DeFi. I'm trying to just take a gander. I do not like this new overlook on DeFi Llama. It's kind of odd. Let me see if I can go back to the old. Old menu. Let's do that. Market overview. Overview, change category. Lending dexes. Says it's 1,814 dexes. The combined TVL is 23.648 billion. So let's click on dexes real quick. You got Uniswap number 1, Pancake Swap number 2, Curve Dex really is number 3. Interesting. And I don't know, but I believe that Ripple and the RLUSD was already on curve. So maybe that's the one. I'm thinking Aerodrome, Quick Swap, maybe somewhere around here, number 8. The Orchid Dex would be awesome, but that's a Solana. I don't know how they would do that. But so, hmm, it's interesting. It's crazy to me to see that Pancake Swap. The people making fun of this chain. I remember when it first came out, people were just making all kind of fun of that chain. Making fun of it. I mean, it's number 2 behind Uniswap. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what you say, but it is. It's number 2. Number 2. 2.8 billion TVL. Yeah. So what am I get? So Meteor again, that's Solana. So Aerodrome, I think would be great. I think that would be really good, but it could be the Curve Dex, which would be crazy good because it's top 3 in TVL. So I don't think Pancake Swap because that's more BNB. It said one of the largest, which means it's not Uniswap. So I'm thinking Aerodrome, maybe Quick Swap because of the Pangolin deal. And Quick Swap's in the top 10. Nothing to sneeze at. It's in the top 10 in terms of dexes. FLR is already doing something with Hyperliquid. It could be Hyperliquid as well. But FLR is already the assets there, so we'll see. So we'll see, right? All right, let me get back to the rest of this. I'm gonna say this again. This is from Thanos, head of DeFi over at Flare Networks. We are in the works on expanding FXRP to one of the largest decentralized exchanges in crypto, which will help funds put on funds, TradFi term for funds, hedge funds, put on XRP positions easier and trade it in an order book style. Do you see what's coming for us as holders? Let me do this real quick. As Firelight and other protocols come online, the focus is for Flare to help advance many of the Ripple institutional products. Many of the Ripple institutional products. What do they got? What products do they got? They got RLUSD. They got the asset XRP. What other Ripple institutional products is out there? What is going to come about of XRP-N North? I would say maybe that's a Ripple institutional product, XRP-N by Evernorth. Obviously, the Ripple dollar stablecoin. But what else is going to come from the prime broker that is now formerly known as Hit and Roll, acquired by Ripple and is now called Ripple Prime? What kind of products is Stack going to have? In my humble opinion, the people of Ripple have recognized what can be made passable for XRP because of Flare. And Ripple holds a ton of XRP. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. And Amy says this is good. She's over there at Flare marketing. Flare is not a replacement for the XRPL, but mutually beneficial. A programmable utility layer built to extend XRP's reach into the world of compliant on-chain yield for both retail and institutions. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Carl Billy's is in the building. What's going on, bro? How are you? I'm behind and lost a little bit still. I'm still winning though. Hello, CJ. What's going on, bro? Rachel W's in the building. How are you, miss? Oh, by the way, tonight there is another live webinar for the people who are interested in um, tackling debt solutions it, and tackling the interest monster that is eating up everyone's cash flow tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time. It's a link. I'll make sure I'll put a link in the description for that so you can register to join that. You want to learn more? Learn from my guy Bill. Does a great job live. Get your questions answered, and then you'll be offered an opportunity for a live assessment, which I highly recommend you do. Whether you move forward from there or not, get a personal live assessment to see what can happen for you. We're talking tens of thousands, if not over hundreds of thousands saved in interest, right? What's going on, Thillionaire H? How are you? How are you, bro? Lucas Sprutenberg says, wait, I see it now. What's going on, bro? Appreciate you checking in. Mix is in the building. Pulse X? What is Pulse X, bro? Zed is here. What's going on, Zed? How are you? Appreciate you checking in, sir. Life is good, right? Again, you got to understand how early we are to a next level EVM blockchain. And we're here early days. Ecosystem's growing out. We're growing with it together. What a blessed opportunity we have here, right? And we're building out an ecosystem where you could keep a good portion of your asset and not have to sell it. I get it. People want to take lifestyle chips. But if you're in a situation to keep good portions of it and rebuild or add to, let's say you keep 50%, sell 50%, just an example. In the bear, if you have cash flow going on, regular income cash flow and other things coming in, you can still get more as well. So that's where we are now because we got cash flow ecosystem for FLR and XRP. We have it. Oh, it's Necro Cannon. You changed it. Oh, okay. Welcome to the stream, bro. Crypto Dragon Emperor. What's up, man? What's up, CJ and chat? Glad to be in the house. Appreciate you being here, my guy. So, do you understand the bigger picture? Lucas says it's 280 million now. I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail. 280 million in TVL. 280. Been buying up Flare, says Crypto Dragon. Been buying up Flare left and right. I hear you. Oh, PulseX is the number 18 decentralized exchange. Oh, gotcha. I gotcha. So, I don't know. I just wanted to point that out to you and remind you of that post from my guy Thanos, head of DeFi over at Flare. We're early days. Like you got to get builders and people who love to participate in DeFi. They're looking at those numbers. 280 million in short order in TVL over at Flare. They're looking at it. They're seeing this thriving ecosystem. When I was listening to one of the things that was really positively alarming to hear, was the Coin Market Cap interview with Hugo and Jesse from Jesse Rodriguez or Jesse Jesus Rodriguez from Centaura. Is the moderator kept stating how Flare Network was it was the buzz. It was the buzz on Twitter. The buzz. Flare Networks and everything how it's being built out is the buzz. This means developers and institutions, all these people are paying attention. All of them are paying attention. That's a big deal. They're looking for places to build, developers. People who love DeFi, like myself, the degens, looking for a place to provide liquidity in the best manner that they possibly can, like trustless, non-custodial, and secure. You see what I'm saying? it's almost feeling as though I'm starting to get this vibe a little bit about um, not financial advice, but it's starting to get this vibe about a little bit about um, 1 million or more and FLR tokens. I'm starting to get that vibe. I don't know. Starting to get that vibe. Daniel Smith, what's going on, bro? I like the vested rewards on RFLR with FXRP. Thanks for your information on the subject. You're welcome, brother. Oh, thanks for the super chat, my guy. Appreciate you. Your channel helped me understand DeFi. Thank you for helping me never sell 90% of my digital assets. XRP, XDC, and Algo for me. I hear you, my guy. I hear you. Those are some awesome assets to own. Those are some awesome assets to own, right? And so, again, I'm thinking out loud. I'm feeling like this million in FLR tokens. I'm just thinking about that. Yeah, just kind of thinking about that. I have to weigh that and consider that and think about that. Yeah. Anyway, it's an interesting number, I think. It's an interesting number. The more and more I think about it, it is an interesting number. I'm thinking, how many cycles will it take to get to $1? Or will it do something like Cardano? I don't know. But I still think it took Cardano 2 cycles to really make its move. I'm pretty sure it took 2 cycles for Cardano to really get its thing, get his feet underneath of it and make that move. So it's always that 2 cycle thing. And what I'm discovering is kind of like if your ecosystem can weather, so I don't know how it would look. Maybe it's a bear market to your first cycle. Sometimes it's your you come into the space during the bull, then you got to go through a bear, and then you got to go through a bull. Now that's 2 cycles, but some people come in and launch their project during the bear. Okay, so now it's thank you. So now it's bear, bull, 2 cycles. So it all depends. But I feel like you got to go through those 2 cycles. And I feel as though you got to have a bear cycle where you prove that you're building and you're growing and you're sustaining the bear, sustaining that bear, right? Not going bankrupt, not losing interest, having your ecosystem still grow. You continuing to build, you've managed your money well, all of these different things through the bears. And so I felt like, Cardano's been able to do that for the most part. I don't know about the interest part, but for the most part, I feel like Cardano on that run that everybody keeps talking about, that Cardano run, I feel like that was 2 bear cycles, that they went through, which means it was 2 bull cycles that they went through to to make it to make all those things happen. So it's kind of where we are. Billionaire Ace says, interesting. I believe Flare will be at the Swell this year. They are going to be at Swell in New York, right? You got to get invited to that Swell thing. I got invited once, but I haven't. No, it's not Flare's event. It's Ripple's event. She says it doesn't matter. So Crypto Dragon says, I haven't minted yet, but I will. I wanted to make sure that I have enough FLR. Well, yeah, you only need, I don't even know. Is it $2 in FLR? I don't even know if it's that much, right? You don't need a lot of FLR to mint, right? I don't even know if it's $2. Um, it may only be $1 worth of FLR. You don't need a lot, bro. Not a lot at all. Dennis Newman says, have they mentioned integration Flare on Uphold for staking XRP? Yeah, Uphold has mentioned that. Uphold has mentioned that they're going to be leveraging Flare for something. Most likely it will be when Firelight Dennis launches, um, so that they can stake the XRP that they have. That would be my guess. But yep, they did. Uphold mentioned it, and so did Flare. So that is going to happen. I don't know about an integration. I just know that Uphold will be using Flare, um, hopping on Flare network. And that's going to be a cool deal. And it's institutions, large decentralized exchanges, just waiting. They're just waiting for TVL to get a little bit higher, and they will be coming. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a big deal. So they're waiting for the mint cap, I should say, to get higher mint cap numbers. And yeah, they'll be coming as well. So legendary. What's going on, bro? Come on, Firelight. I know. They said they said a few weeks, I think, on the coin market cap interview. And we know 50 to 60% of the minted FXRP is waiting on Firelight. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're waiting on that Firelight. They just want to, stake, have the liquid staking token as an option to do something with, but they want to just stake is something that they're just kind of more comfortable with, if you will. They don't want to venture out into DeFi yet. And Firelight is an awesome option for them, for sure. Rick Cisneros says, CJ, I'm waiting for Firelight to go in big. I hear you, my friend. What do you think about my thoughts on that 1 million FLR token, Rick Cisneros? It's in my brain. Like, yeah, interesting number. Interesting number. Jerry Brennan's in the building. What's going on, man? What do you ask? Haven't Metallicus been up and running with web auth wallet like FLR and XPR? I'm not sure what you're asking there. I heard him, Metallicus. Um, I'm not in that ecosystem over there though. So early days to a next level EVM blockchain. It's a blessing when you can get it. When you can get it, it's an absolute blessing when you can get it. Let me see here. Something else I wanted to cover with you guys. Yeah. So I just wanted to point that out. We're early to a next level EVM blockchain. Important. It's a blessing. Do me a favor, guys, hit that like button. We really, really appreciate that. The ecosystem is growing. This TVL is a signal. It's not noise. Right? XRP-FI week. Let me share that real quick. I can't wait to do some content on one of my favorites. I think I have to start saying one of my favorites now. Where is that? Yeah, it is. Flare XRP-FI week starts now. From swaps and lending to structured products to institutional grade risk management. We're looking at what has made Flare the largest EVM DeFi ecosystem for XRP. Like people are not, they're missing the significance of that. The largest EVM for the third largest asset in crypto history in terms of market cap, which is XRP. It's a massive deal. This week, explore how FXRP and upcoming ST XRP are making XRP a top DeFi asset. A dream freaking come true. And Flare Networks brought it about. Friendly reminder that sharing your XRP strategy can win you a Flare engraved ledger wallet. Huh. Sharing your strategy. Dear diary. I'll have to share mine. I'll share mine as well. So it's really, really simple too. But it pays well. Yeah. Uh so what are you saying, Crypto Dragon? So like you give us good advice, we are giving for giving us good advice, you're giving us good advice. Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. So listen, it's a big deal. I hope, my goal is to get people to kind of see the bigger picture. I know there are a lot of people that are new to DeFi, but again, when you can be early to a next level, layer one, when you can be early to that and it's growing its ecosystem, it's snatching up mind share on X and on Twitter and other places. It's building out an ecosystem of useful DApps. And these DApps are very much aligned and working in synergy. When you have good tokenomics for the underlying asset, when you're able to pull off an awesome incentive program, when you get institutions knocking at your door and taking your call open to make moves with you, those are big time signals. And that's what's going on with Flare. That's what's going on with Flare, right? Um, and what I'm seeing institutions are saying is, wow, you you figured out something. DeFi for XRP, utility and usage. You not only did you figure out a way to make it happen, you made it happen in a big time way. It takes a lot of different moving parts to make that happen because the XRPL is a different thing. So to make this asset and take this asset and be able to make it useful on an EVM layer one, it takes a lot of work. A lot of people have tried, but they couldn't make it happen the way the Flare has. And this is what Jesus Rodriguez said in the coin market interview. Like a lot of ecosystem tried to make XRP DeFi and they couldn't make it work. But because of Flare Network's unique architecture, it was able to pull it off. It was able to pull it off. You know? So I would say to you, BWS205, and I appreciate you checking in, my friend. You got to, I would encourage you to wait for the drops to finish. Take a look at the tokenomics after the drops finish, and also read the article about them um, being, I don't know what the word is. I don't want to use the word revamp, but looking more into the tokenomics around FLR. But would you look at the F assets and the demand and the way it's set up right now for collateral and things? That's just, remember, F assets is the entry level. Hugo said F assets is not even a top 10 move for Flare. It's not even in the top 10. This F assets thing that they're building. So the F assets thing that they're building for XRP and Bitcoin and XLM or whatever, it's not even in the top 10 of what's being built. Just think about that. It's not even in the top 10. So, and you think about the utility for FLR right now for this particular thing, what is the utility for FLR going to be for the next thing? And then for the next thing, and then for the next thing. What is it going to be for the thing that is in the top 10 of what Flare is building out? You see what I'm saying? Rick Cisneros says, CJ, the question is not whether FLR will hit 1 million. Just accumulate 5 million FLR, says Rick Cisneros, and the universe will work everything else out. I hear you. Remember, FLR is only a penny and a half. Yeah. Yep. It's interesting, interesting time. I got to tell you that. To be an early adopter in this new asset class is the digital asset space. It's a very, very interesting time. I'm happy for you. I'm excited for you that you're here early. Keep checking in. Do me a favor and hit the like button. I'm going to hop off here. And I got to get some other things done. So I appreciate you guys checking in. XRPFI week. Look for some videos and short videos on some how-tos from me on Flare DeFi, starting with SparkDex and then probably Kinetic as well. So look for those during this week. And maybe some of these perp stuff as well. All right, fam. Do me a favor, hit the like button on the way out. That would be super, super cool. And again, if you happen to be in that 55% or so of people that are hanging out, listening to and watching the CryptoCeej, do me a favor. If you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.